like that. And so if I am so focused on staying on the line, I can't fulfill my assignment. But my God is big enough to handle my fault, my strokes, grubs, my mess ups, because he's already prepared for what I might do. He knows what I'm going to do before I do it, and he already made preparation for me before I get there. What follows darkness is light. That darkness is the indicator that light is getting ready to shine. So there it is in Genesis, when darkness was upon the face of the deep, and God in the spirit form moved upon the face of the waters, and then God said, let there be. Because darkness precedes the light. Are you understanding what I'm saying? But he needs the darkness there so that God can move upon the face of the deep, so that the shift can take place. Listen, look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor that shift take place in the darkness. Oh God, y'all didn't hear what I just said. Everybody's not going to see the shift that's happening. They see the chaos, but they don't see the shift. They see all the craziness going on in your life, but they don't understand that underneath the darkness, God is moving in secret. He's moving in quiet. He's moving in the hidden places. He's moving in the cracks and the corners and the crevices. He's moving in places that you cannot see. And when the light comes, they're going to see a new order. But untying. And so the universe then has no choice. First attribute of the secret place. The secret place is a place of revelation. It makes you free because it awakens you and makes you consciously aware that everything that you thought was what's wrong with you is an illusion. I forgot to put myself in there. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is absolutely wonderful to see you here. I am so excited about today because it is the last day, the final day of preparation for our 90 days of abundance plan to start. And we're going to kick off first thing Thursday morning at 6:30 a.m. with guided meditation. And we will be on our way. 90 days to revolutionize your life. 90 days to make a dramatic, demonstrative change of your life and your circumstances and your experience as you matriculate through this three-dimensional world that we call Earth. 90 days to escaping the imaginary, delusional, illusional prisons of our minds, our thoughts that have kept us in the place of want and lack and need and scarcity. 90 days that will permanently and perpetually affect and effect your life for the better. And you're in the right place at the right time. If you have not been with us through these days of preparation, there are 3 other videos that you need to go and watch, and you need to watch them before Thursday morning so that you can start this plan and this program with us. 90 days of abundance. This is not a joke. This is not a drill. This is not a gimmick. It's not a scam. This is an absolutely guaranteed method for you to begin to experience abundance in every facet of your life. 90 days of abundance. It is a practical plan, practical, applicable, easy plan, strategy for you to experience the abundant life. In the Gospels, Christ is reported to have said, I am, the I am has come. The presence, person, the divine mind, the all of everything, the creator God has come in us, through us, and as us, that you might have life and that you might have it more abundantly. Translated, that you have the opportunity. You have the chance. That's the word might. You have the opportunity. You have the chance. You have the capacity. You have the authority and the ability to experience life and to experience it to its overflow without want, without need, without lack, without scarcity, without having to be a dependent or a crippled or begging and pleading, please, Jesus, please, God, somebody help me, please, Lord, please, I'm just waiting on you, Lord, work it out, fix it, Jesus, like you said you would, oh, work it out. The baby need a new pair of shoes, work it out, even got a light bill too. No, telephone disconnect. Work it out, waiting on your next paycheck. No, this is a absolutely guaranteed plan for you to experience abundance in your finances, abundance in your health, abundance in your emotions, abundance in your mind, abundance in your spirit, abundance in every facet of your being. It's guaranteed. And watch this. And you don't have to purchase any blessed oil, miracle spring water, or the red blood of Jesus handkerchief. I love doing that. That is still hilarious to me. I have been listening to that tune for years. You wake up in the middle of the night and he comes on and you hear somebody screaming, God! Oh my goodness. But you don't need the red blood of Jesus handkerchief. You don't need a blessed candle, a blessed amulet. You don't need to bring a sacrifice to offer up to a god or Orishia or any other thing like that. You don't need to sow a specific $1,000 seed, and this is going to unlock all of your prosperity. No gimmicks. No games, no fake promises. This is an absolute, solid, guaranteed plan, strategy that if you execute it exactly as I teach you, exactly follow the directions exactly as I have given them and will complete giving to you today, it absolutely worked, and you will see immediate results. Immediate. Are you going to become a millionaire overnight? Probably not, but it's possible. Billionaire overnight? Probably not. It's possible. But will you be in a place where you will be able to live in the presence of peace and the peace of presence, knowing that everything that you desire, you already have, and it is about to be manifested in your life, to live without fear and regret and doubt and unbelief, to live without worry and stress and frustration and anxiety about how I'm going to make it, to not ever have to be in the position where you are overwhelmed because you're concerned about your emotional, physical, spiritual, financial state. Absolutely. To borrow a word from Larry Reed, abso-freaking-lutely, or abso-darn-lutely, I think that's how he says it. Yeah, but either way, abso-darn-lutely. This absolutely works. And here's the thing. You are the one who creates this experience. All I'm here to do is give you guidance, give you instruction, but it is on you. You are the one who creates the experience. You create the length, the width, the depth, the height. You create how accelerated it is, how all-encompassing it is. You create how large it is. You get to determine what your experience of abundance is. And that word abundance, while it has a very specific meaning, and we talked about that in the very first video, go back and watch that one. And if you're going to watch them, you need to watch them before we begin on Thursday morning, because Thursday, I'm going to take all 4 of these videos down. They won't be available on any of the sites. They will only be available in the private Facebook group for my Emergent Life Coach and mentoring program for those who have enrolled. It will only be available to them. So if you're going to watch them, you need to go ahead and do that now, because I'm going to take them down. But that if you will follow these instructions, That word abundance, as I said, has one specific meaning, but it is also relative, because what is abundant to you may not be abundant for me. I may require less than you do to experience abundance. You may require way more, but that's okay. We each get to determine what our experience is going to be. Ooh, I'm so hyped and so juiced that I'm gonna have to keep reminding myself to calm down and sip this coffee and try and keep myself from getting too hyped and just taking off, and make sure I pay attention to the comments so I'm able to answer any questions that you might have and address anything that you want to say. So I need to make sure. Yes, Yvette, miracle spring water. You haven't heard the little white preacher that comes on talking about, if you get this little vial of the miracle spring water, brother, it came all the way from Jerusalem. It's got healing power. It's got prosperity properties. All you need is your miracle spring water. Get it now. I think I was a comedian in another life, because I promise you, I tickle myself. I don't know if I make y'all laugh, but I swear, I make me laugh. Hallelujah, brother. Glory to God. I promise this miracle spring water. Okay. All right. Oh my goodness. I'm a little punchy as well because I haven't really slept. I couldn't go to sleep. Ooh. This experience right now where Mars is in Gemini, and it's going to be there for these next 7 months. I told you that there's this explosion of energy, wild, almost feeling chaotic energy that's in the atmosphere, and your dreams becoming more vivid and more lucid, and your mind being flooded with ideas and creativity just overflowing. And I'm telling you, I couldn't shut my eyes. I was just sitting up trying to make myself go to sleep. Woo! This thing, I'm telling you right now, and it's going to last for 7 straight months. So it's going to carry us right into the new year. So if you don't harness this energy and focus it, man, you are missing a great opportunity. That's why this 90 days of abundance couldn't have come at a better time. It's during the harvest season, and it is during this unique period where Mars is in Gemini. And so the moon, as the moon moves through its several houses, it creates a different type of intensity of energy focused on certain areas as it moves through those houses. But that's not what this video is about. But I was just kind of throwing that out there. I'm telling you, that's his name. The Miracle Spring. Well, that's his name. Yeah. Somebody else put his name in the comments. I couldn't come out and just say his name because I don't want no lawsuits. I don't need them coming after me, with my audience and my platform. But yeah, that's the one, that guy. Hallelujah, brother. Okay. All right. So let's get into these last 4 statements of principle. Last 4 statements of principle that we're going to do. Remember that there are 10 statements of principle that you are going to use during the course of these 90 days. You're going to focus on one of those 10 every single day. You're going to focus and meditate on them for 15 minutes every single day. If you follow this course in the way that you've been instructed, you will have gone through all 10 of those statements of principles 9 times over the 90 days. Okay? And we've covered the first 6. Now we're going to explore these last 4. All right? Are you ready? Y'all ready? I hope you are, because I am. Y'all say something to me. Talk back to me in the comments. Y'all got to type faster, too. Because I be saying, are you ready? And then it take y'all 10 years to put it in the comments. Come on, type fast. Or maybe it's just the program is taking longer for it to pop up. All right. So, I forgot to say, please tag and share. Tag and share. Tag. You should have already done this. You know, you see Toya. Toya leads the way all the time. She's always tagging 100 people. So I need the rest of y'all to be as vigilant. Tag as many people as you can. Share this video on your page. Like the video so that you create a stronger presence in the algorithm, and it'll be seen by more people. Like it. So give me some hearts, some loves and some cares. I think that's what it's called. But yeah, interact with the video. Okay, the more you interact, the more traction it gets in the algorithm. All right. So let's get to it. 90 days of, man, can you tell that I'm hyped and I'm really excited about this? Because I know it's going to change the lives of every single person that actually follows this plan. It's going to do it. Yes, thank you, Theresa, because I've been wondering, like, where's Gloria and Jamie and Stephanie and all of them, the whole crew. They should be here. Yes. And they need to go back and watch those other videos, and they need to get on this plan. They need to get on this plan. Listen, if you have any friends, family members that you care about that have been struggling in whatever area of their life, whether it's financially, emotionally, spiritually, physically, you need to tell them, encourage them to get on this plan and to join us as we walk through it for these 90 days beginning Thursday morning. Hurry up and tell them, look, go back and watch these videos. Sit down and watch it with them if you want to. Send them a link to it so that they can go and watch these videos, those 4 videos, and be with us and jump on this plan so that they can begin to change their life. And just ask them, what do you have to lose? You've tried everything else. You've been to every revival and conference, and you've talked to this voodoo worker. You've talked to this psychic. You've talked to this person, and you spent money on this, that, and the other. You buying all of this other stuff, and none of it has changed your circumstances. What do you have to lose with a program that is absolutely free? The only thing that it costs you is time and effort. That's all. Time, and that is all. So tell them, man, what do you have to lose? This will change your life. This is a proven plan. This is a proven plan. I'm telling you, people who have done this are experiencing abundance in every facet of their life. I'm telling you, it is a proven plan. All right. So, I'm so excited about this. I am more excited about this program, this plan, this teaching this than I have been in quite some time. Because I love to see people's lives radically changed. All right. So anyway, and it doesn't matter how old or how young they are. Matter of fact, this is something you ought to be teaching your children anyway. If you teach them these statements of principles and ingrain that in their head and get them to learn that, like they learn the latest rap song and they learn how to twerk at 5 years old, that's a whole nother conversation. Don't even get me started. If you will teach them these spiritual principles, you will be guaranteeing their future. I'm telling you, this is not hyperbolic. This is not over exaggeration. This is none of that. It's not a gimmick, not a game, not a trick, not trying to get anything from you. I'm trying to get something to you. All it costs, time, effort. That's it. Time and effort. All right. Man, I've used up almost 30 minutes of my time. So I can tell you right now that we're going to go over our 60-minute time limit today because I'm already 30 minutes in and I haven't even just started with the first principle. So buckle up, buttercup, and hang with me. Okay, get comfortable, grab your cup of coffee, get your favorite beverage, and stay with me as we go through. Okay. All right. So let's begin. This would be principle 7. Here it is. The divine consciousness that I am is forever expressing its true nature of abundance. This is the response. This is its responsibility. This is its responsibility, not mine. My only responsibility is to be aware of this truth. Therefore, I am totally confident in letting go and letting God appear as the abundant all-sufficiency in life, in my life, and affairs. Let me read it again. The divine consciousness that I am is forever expressing its true nature of abundance. This is its responsibility and not mine. My only responsibility is to be aware of this truth. Therefore, I am truly confident in letting go and letting God appear as the abundant all-sufficiency in my life and affairs. Let's unpack it. This divine consciousness, the I am, the understanding of the abundance, limitless, infinite power, omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent, and omniactive power of God that is in me, through me, and as me, is forever expressing its true nature of abundance. Abundance is constantly. Remember, abundance is not something you get. It's not something you go after. It's not something you obtain. Abundance is who you are. All of the things, those three-dimensional manifestations, the trinkets, the stuff, are the result, the residual effect of the seed of causation, which is you, which is abundance. You are abundant. You are abundance because God is abundance. God has no want, no need, no lack, no scarcity. So because you are the divine image and likeness, reflection, and isness of God, you have no need, no want, no lack, or scarcity as well. You are abundance. And that abundance is forever expressing its true nature. Now, please understand that abundance is a neutral term in the sense that you can have an abundance of joy, or you can have, transversely, an abundance of sadness. You can have an abundance of money, or you can have an abundance of poverty. You can have an abundance of health, or you can have an abundance of sickness. The divine spirit, that divine consciousness within, is constantly radiating the vibrational frequency or energy that creates abundance in our lived experience. And the abundance that we experience is determined by the nature of the frequency that we are releasing. What is our most dominant thought? If we are operating from a place or a mindset or a consciousness of lack, want, need, scarcity, poverty, then the abundance that we are, radiates that out into the universe, and the universe, all of nature or the spirit world, has no choice but to reflect back to you an abundance of what is your most dominant thought. And if it is lack, want, need, scarcity, and poverty, you will then feel the effect of lack, want, need, scarcity, and poverty. But the reverse is true as well. That if I am operating from the place of abundance, where I have no lack, no need, no want, no scarcity, no poverty, that all of my desires are fulfilled, then I radiate that energy outward. It hits the atmosphere, the universe, nature, the spirit world, and creates a chain reaction in the spirit world, or the universe has no choice then, while being charged with your abundance, to go out into the atmosphere and gather the particles, elements that are necessary to reflect back to you the abundance that you have held within your mind that is your truth. It is constantly at work. Let me say that again. That abundance, that divine consciousness of abundance is always at work inside of you. You don't have to gin it up, work it up, stir it up, turn it up. You simply have to direct it and focus it like a laser beam in the direction with intentionality and deliberation toward those things that you desire to experience in your life. It is constantly working. Now, whether it is conscious or unconscious, whether you are aware of what you are doing or unaware, it is constantly working. What are you putting into the stream of energy that is flowing out of you? That determines what's going to be reflected back to you. So you need to be constantly aware that not only do your thoughts have power, but your words have power and your actions have power. That is the triad of creation. We know that: thought, words, deeds. And your thoughts inform your words, and your words and inform your actions as they align and radiating, emanating that energy into the universe, into the atmosphere, into the spirit world. And I'm using all the terminologies because I know that there's some people who are a little uninitiated on here and may be caught up with the semantics, but they're all the same thing. Then the spirit world has no choice but to give back to you in three-dimensional experience what you are sending outward, calling those things that be not. Let me use one of the Bible texts, as though they were. Or here's another one from the Bible that says, your faith is the substance, the essence, the power of your things that you hope for. That is your expectation. So faith empowers, undergirds, supports, and strengthens your expectation. It charges your expectation. And faith has a responsibility of also providing you the evidence of things not seen. That is evidence, infallible proof that what you are expecting really does exist. It does not determine what your expectations are. It simply fulfills your expectations. Like a genie in a lamp, you rub the lamp with your expectations, with your energy, with your thoughts, with your words, with your deeds. And the universe or the spirit world then it replies by saying, your wish is my command. And so you release the energy of expectation, yes, in abundance into the atmosphere. And then the universe or faith or the spirit world has no choice but to give you a representation of what you have expected. This divine consciousness that I am is forever expressing its truest nature of abundance. Please understand that your divine spirit, your divine conscious, your divine isness, its true nature is abundance. That's its true nature. It has no choice. Everything is replicated and produced and manifested in abundance. Listen, this is not your responsibility. It is its responsibility, not yours. It is its responsibility, not mine. It is spirit's, divine spirit's responsibility, not mine. I'm not trying to make it work, trying to make it happen, trying to get abundance, trying to acquire this, trying to get that, trying to get the house, trying to get the car, trying to get some money, trying to get a raise, trying to start a business, trying to do this, trying. No, I am creating within the space of my divine spirit's truest nature, which is abundance. And I am radiating that into the atmosphere, into the spirit world, into the universe. And then I am employing the principles of my thoughts, words, and deeds, which is already set because that has become my conscious mind, my intent, my deliberation. And so that informs my talk. I start speaking in alignment with what it is that I desire. I call those things that be not as though they were. I say exactly what it is that I desire. I speak in alignment with it and I act in alignment with it. Whatsoever things you desire, when you consecrate, pray, speak, utter, or approach, or go inward, pray. The word pros means to draw near to. So you draw inwardly near to your divine spirit that is God in you, through you, and as you. Believe that you receive and you shall have. Lord have mercy. Believe that you receive. In other words, you have already created within your divine consciousness, accepted that it is. That is the belief that you receive. You've already received it. Now you will experience it. That is, you shall have. That's manifestation. That is the cause and effect. Are you hearing me? It's not your responsibility. It is the responsibility of the divine spirit within you, and it never sleeps and never slumbers. It is always at work. It does not miss a beat. My only responsibility is to be aware of this truth, to be consciously aware that the omniactive, always creative spirit that I am is constantly in every moment creating the next moment of my lived experience. That in the eternal moment of now, I am creating the next eternal moment with my thoughts, words, and deeds. Therefore, I am totally confident. Here it is. This is it. Get this piece right here. I am totally confident, assured, at peace with, letting go and letting God appear as the abundant all sufficiency in my life and affairs. Letting go and letting God be who God is in me, through me, and as me. Letting the process work. Letting the process begin to work for me, as me, puts me in the place of rest and peace. Letting go and letting God means I'm releasing, and I am canceling, and I am destroying worry, doubt, fear, unbelief, anxiety, frustration, tension, nervousness. I am letting all of it go, and I am resting in this truth that what I send out into the universe or into the spirit world will ultimately return back to me in three-dimensional form. I will experience it because I have it within my conscious being. I will experience it in my three-dimensional life. Woo! Good gracious. Because I have it in my conscious being, I will experience it in my three-dimensional life. So I rest. There's no room for fear or doubt and unbelief. There's no room for anxiety and frustration. There is no room for timidity and worry. No. Because I'm confident that all I have to do is keep my mind stayed on the divine. Whoa! That will keep them in perfect, complete, total, all-encompassing shalom, peace. Woo! Nothing missing, nothing broken, nothing out of place, calm, assurance, and quietness, whose conscious mind and awareness is stayed upon the divine presence of the abundance that I am, of the abundance that I am, the infinite, limitless, all-powerful divine spirit of abundance that I am. It eliminates worry. Not worried about my health. I'm not worried about money. I'm not worried about cars. I'm not worried about relationships. I'm not worried about being alone. I'm not worried about dying. I'm not worried about living. I'm not worried. Are you understanding? I take no thought. I take no thought about what I'm going to eat, where I'm going to sleep, what I'm going to wear, because my heavenly, and here is the place of heaven in my conscious mind, Father or provider or abundance already knows that these are the things that are essential in my life. And so he says, consider the birds. They don't have to worry and toil and run and work. They are confident in the fact that whatever is essential for their existence will automatically be present in their experience. He says, consider the lilies of the field. They don't work, they don't toil, they don't worry, they're not full of fret or fear or frustration or anxiety, because they are constantly and completely confident in the fact that whatever is essential for their existence will automatically appear in their experience. And so he says, even Solomon in all of his glory was never arrayed as beautifully as these lilies. And then the crucial question follows. He asks, don't you think you mean more to me than birds and lilies, than birds and flowers? I'm trying not to get too hype and run up out of this studio. Don't you see? Herein lies another issue. I'm not going to get too far off, but that just clicked right there. It is that many of you don't understand your value as the very image and likeness of God. It's like, don't you know that you mean more to the all of everything than birds and flowers? Don't you understand your value? Don't you understand your worth? Don't you understand how important you are to the entire tapestry of the creation of the universe and all of humanity? You're not some cog in the wheel. You're not some poor, pitiful pilgrim trying to make it through. You're not some pauper. You are the divine expression of God in the earth, and you have value. And so your essentials are automatic. They only become a struggle when you operate from the place of lack, want, need, scarcity, fear, doubt, anxiety, frustration, timidity. Because then you create more of the same. If you operate in that place, you create more of the same. You get more of what you have held as your most dominant thought. The thing I fear the most has come upon me. Fear hath torment. Woo! Are you hearing what I'm saying? This is just number 7. We still got 3 more to go, so I better stop, because I promise you, man, I'm so excited about it. Are y'all getting what I'm saying? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Can you feel me with both hands? Are you grasping what I'm saying to you? Okay. Yes. Okay, I'm checking the comments. Make sure I don't miss anything. Lord have mercy. Okay. All right. So I gotta move on. I could spend another whole 30 minutes just talking about this one, number 7. But number 8 is just as powerful, and it is connected to number 7. Are you ready for number 8? Here is number 8. My consciousness of spirit within me as me. Sorry, I added that, but I mean that. My consciousness of spirit within me as my unlimited source is the divine power, listen to this, to restore the years the locusts have eaten and to make all things new, to lift me up to the high road of abundant prosperity. This awareness, understanding, and knowledge of spirit appears as every visible form and experience that I could possibly desire. Ooh, Lord have mercy. I'm going to read it again, then we're going to unpack. My consciousness of spirit within me and as me, as my unlimited source, is the divine power, listen, to restore the years the locusts have eaten, to make all things new, to lift me up to the high road of abundant prosperity. This awareness, understanding, and knowledge of spirit appears as every visible form and experience that I could possibly desire. Let's unpack. My conscious awareness of spirit within me, watch this. My conscious awareness of spirit within me and as me. That is, understanding my oneness with God, understanding, acknowledging, and embracing my oneness with all of everything, the divine, the creator, God, the Ori, the enthroned, I'm trying to come up with these other words, the supreme, the sovereign. Okay? my awareness of my oneness with spirit within me, through me, as my unlimited source is the divine power that will do what? Restore the years the locusts have eaten. Whew, Lord have mercy. I please hear this. Please hear this. Please hear this. Please hear this. This is what is so powerful about an awakening that happens within you. That's what you're experiencing right now. Many of you right now are experiencing an awakening as we go through understanding these principles, these statements of principle concerning abundance. You're experiencing an awakening. You're becoming consciously aware of the divine abundance that you are. And what it does when you become consciously aware, oh my goodness, of the divine abundance or spirit that you are, that of your oneness with God in you, through you, and as you, that divine power then erases what has been your experience and then will begin to restore the years the locust, or what's the locust is a figurative word. It's an allegorical word to represent those disempowering thoughts. All the years that have been stolen from you, from thinking from a place of pain and trauma and lack and want and need and scarcity and fear and timidity, all of the years, all the opportunities, all of the chances, all of the experiences that were lost because you were operating from that disempowering consciousness. He says, I'm going to restore those opportunities. Great day in the morning. Whoa! He says, you began to restore those years that were eaten up by those locusts. It wasn't a demon. It wasn't a devil. It wasn't a spirit or a hank. It wasn't witchcraft. It wasn't your mama, your daddy, your cousin, them. It wasn't the person that hurt you, that broke your heart, that traumatized you. It was you who processed your experiences and your influences and into negative energy and began to release that energy into the spirit world, operating from that place of fear and brokenness, that place of poverty, that place of need or scarcity, that place of insecurity that has caused you to experience more of the same. But when you become consciously aware, when you have this great awakening of spirit that you are having right now, that you're experiencing right now, that you are becoming more aware of how powerful, how divine, how omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent, omniactive you are as the divine reflection of the all of everything that is God. When you become aware, when you experience this great awakening, it eradicates what has been and restores. Oh, goodness gracious. Hallelujah. Listen, catch this. The word restore, you don't restore something unless it was stored. And then it got destroyed. I'm trying. I said I wasn't going to get too hyped. Calm down. Whew. You don't restore what was never stored. So this term, that terminology says, if it is being restored, it means that initially you had it, you lost it, and now it's being given back. You came here with it. You came here whole. You came here a clear, conscious soul and spirit, fully aware of its divinity. And then you were taught by culture, by religion, by experiences, by trauma, by all your environment, something that contradicts the nature of who you were. And so that you lost what you came here fully, consciously aware that you had. But he says, when you have experienced this awakening, awake thou that sleepeth and arise from the dead. Good gracious. When you become awakened, then everything that you lost through trauma and experiences and religion and culture that snatched those things from your conscious mind and caused you to live in the place of fear and doubt under manipulation and control. He says, I'm going to give it all. It's going to all come rushing back. It's going to emerge from within you like a rushing waterfall. Yes, that when you believe on the divine within you, then as the scriptures have said, out of your belly, out of your innermost being will flow rivers. Shey. Okay. I'm yelling. I am yelling because I am hype. And Toya, I'm trying to calm down. Cred Day. Theresa, I am trying my best. Lord have mercy. This is a conversation, not a sermon. It's an explanation. So let me calm down. I'm trying to get you to understand. I'm so excited about this for you because I know how it's going to change your life if you can just grasp these concepts. So everything that was lost reemerges. It makes everything new. It lifts you up to the high road of abundant prosperity, which is where you were created to be, where you, when you entered this three-dimensional experience, is exactly where you were, and then you lost it along the way. But now, as you awaken to this truth, it reemerges, it reappears. Like a dead man coming up out of the grave, walking up out of the tomb. Woo! Like that which was buried now beginning to push through the dirt, the grime, and the filth and the junk, and like the rose that is blooming in the midst of the strewn garbage. It arises and breaks forth in you. And you begin to experience the newness, the freshness, the abundance, the prosperity that was always who you were. It's like you've been walking around for years. Some of you for 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70 years with spiritual amnesia because you had been told and taught that you some little old fast-tail girl, you'll never be nothing. You sorry, you lazy, you dumb, you stupid, you black, you live in a racist country, you can never have this. You are poor and pitiful, and you need you so unworthy, Lord. I'm so unworthy, Lord, so unworthy. Thank you, Jesus, for looking beyond my faults and seeing my need, because I'm so nasty, filthy, and wretched. Nonsense! Oh, I'm yelling again. Nonsense. Oh, God. Oh, and now that you are awakening from that stupor, your true nature begins to emerge within you and empower you to be who you have always been and just weren't aware or consciously aware of who you were. That awareness, that understanding, that knowledge of spirit then will appear in every visible form and experience that you could ever possibly desire. Because remember, the universal law, okay, your outer world of form and experience is a reflection of your inner world of thought and feeling. It's your inner sense. Ooh, it's your inner being that creates your outer. This is a shameless plug, but I'm going to put it in here anyway because you need it. If you have not gotten your copy of this book, you need to get a copy of my book, Inner Sense. It explains, it's from the internal that you create. Life is not happening to you. It's happening for you. How you interpret, transmute the energy, it's from understanding your inner sense. You need to get your copy of this. Okay? And it will, that knowledge of spirit appears as every visible form and experience that you could possibly desire. Because just as the divine, all of everything, cannot desire anything and it not manifest, so for its experience, neither can you. Because you are it and it is you. Your wish is my command. That's how the universe operates. That's how the spirit world, the kingdom of God that is within you, operates in that fashion. Your wish, your desire, oh, good Lord, have mercy. Your intention is its command. And it is responsible without your having to do anything other than hold it as your most dominant thought. Hey, your belief. It is responsible for giving you a lived experience of that which you desire. And it does so immediately. It does so expeditiously. It does so at an accelerated pace. This absolutely, positively works. Without a blessed oil, without somebody laying hands on you, without anybody, thus saith the Lord. Thus saith you. You are the Lord. You are the God that you've been looking for because God is in you, through you, and as you. So you look inward to your own divine divinity and you begin to create a new reality. Woo! Lord have mercy. We got 2 more to go and it's over an hour. I told you we're going to go over today, so it just is. Okay? Yes, Bridget. She says, I felt an earthquake when you shouted that. It is. It's nonsense. Okay? Okay? I'll say it again, 3C. Your outer world of form and thought are a reflection of your inner world of form, and experience. Your outer world of form and experience, not thought. Your outer world, because thought is internal. Your outer world of form, tangible, 3-dimensional, touch, taste, handle, smell, hear, of form and experience is a reflection of your inner world of thought and feeling. Remember that your feelings magnetize your thoughts. Goodness, when you conjure up, summon up the corresponding feeling to align with the thought, the image, the imagination, the concept that you have created within your conscious mind, it intensifies the vibrational frequency of the energy that's being released or you're emanating from your being, therefore accelerating the period of manifestation. Your outer world of form and experience is a reflection of your inner world of thought and feeling. That's a universal law, cannot be broken. As above, so below. As within, so without. Are you hearing me? And when we talk about above and below, we're talking about the root chakra and the crown chakra. We're talking about, yes, the base of your being and the heavens and the earth. Woo! Lord, that's a whole nother conversation though, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that. All right. I got to go to the next one because I could, again, spend a whole hour just talking about this. Okay. Here is principle number 9. When I am aware, hold on one second before I go on with it. Sometimes I find out. Oh, that's a really good question. Hold on one second. I'm going to take this down for a second. Hold on. That's a really good question. Bridget says, I sometimes find it hard to get past the stress of work, bills, and everyday life so that I can get to a point of manifesting. Do I pretend that these problems don't exist until it's true? That's an excellent question. And it's a lot in there. So I want to take a moment and address it and unpack it. One, okay, you don't have to wait to get past the stress. You recognize that the stress is created by you. I know, swallow hard, this is hard. Stress is the result of fear and anxiety and unbelief, worry, doubt. And so it creates this stress. It creates this pressure on the body. Your cellular system responds to the energy of your thoughts. And so you're worried about these bills, worried about work, worried about life. And then your cells begin to respond to that energy, and that produces stress. So that's the first thing you need to understand. That stress is self-imposed. The moment that you recognize or become consciously aware of the abundant spirit that you are, God in you, through you, as you, is the moment that you find a place of rest and peace, the calm assurance that all of those things are going to be taken care of. Okay? And you're able to look at it from a more clear perspective. What do I mean? Are all of the bills essential? Are they the result of my wantonness, greed? You understand what I'm saying? Are they essential? Is the job essential? Is it where I need to be, desire to be, or am I just working tediously or doing something that I hate, that I really don't want to be there, really don't even look forward to going to, but I feel like I need money. See, again, comes from that place of need. But when you understand that I don't have any need or lack of scarcity, then I can focus on what is my purpose, what is it I desire to do, and then purpose always carries with it its twin brother, prosperity. When you do what you love, then you never have to worry about work again, because you are doing what you feel you are called or desired to do. All right. Till you get to the point of manifesting. You don't have to get to that point. You are at that point. You just need to be aware that you are at that point. You are constantly creating and manifesting every day. The stress you're experiencing, you're manifesting that. So the energy that you put into manifesting the stress, you can put into manifesting peace, an abundance of peace, an abundance of joy, and an abundance of money and the other essentials that you desire for your life. And it's not pretending. It is awakening to this consciousness, to this truth, being consciously aware of it, and embracing it as your truth. If you are just pretending, then it means that you are putting forth an action, a behavior, and words that you really don't believe, that you really have not accepted as truth. So in your conscious mind, in your most dominant thought, is still the fear, the doubt, the stress, the unbelief, the worry, the anxiety. But I'm going to just go ahead and fake it and pretend everything's okay. That's been one of the problems, especially in the Christian church. We were taught to fake it till you make it. And that doesn't work. That doesn't work. You can't fake it because you cannot fool the universe, the spirit world. You can't fool it. Did you hear what I'm saying? You cannot fool it. You cannot fool it because you cannot fool yourself. Okay? It's like with healing, and I have a saying that this is really important. Okay? With healing, calling those things that be not as though they were is not calling those things that are as though they aren't. That's not faith. Faith is not calling those things that are as though they aren't, pretending that they don't exist. Faith is calling those things that be not as though they were. Okay? So you hear in a scriptural text that says, let the weak say I'm strong. Wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute. If I'm pretending, then there's no weakness. No. He's saying, let the weak, which means I have to acknowledge my weakness. That's calling those things that are as though they are. I'm not pretending that it's not there, but I'm going to call those things that be not as though they were. Okay? The weak is saying, instead of focusing on the weakness, I am saying I'm strong. The poor saying I'm rich. It is reconditioning, reforming, reconstructing, reconfiguring, reminding yourself, changing your mind, because you are transformed. Your experience is transformed when you renew, restore, reconfigure, reset your mind back to its original state of awareness of its abundance. Okay, that's a really long answer because I wanted to be very detailed and precise in answering your question. Okay. All right, so let's get to this next one again. We'll get back to it. Here we go. Number 9, and we still got one more after this. I told y'all. Goodness. But thank you. You guys are hanging in here with me. I appreciate it. When I am aware of the God self within me as my total fulfillment. When I am, aware of the God self within me as my total fulfillment. I'm going to read it again. When I am aware, consciously aware, when I embrace as my truth the God self within me as my total fulfillment, I am totally fulfilled. The moment that I acknowledge, I'm supposed to just be reading, then we'll unpack. Okay, let me just go back and just read. I'm having such a hard time not getting hyped and just going off. I'm telling you, I am so intensely excited about this. When I am aware of the God self within me as my total fulfillment, I am totally fulfilled. I am now aware of this truth. I have found the secret of life, and I relax in the knowledge that the activity of divine abundance is eternally. I almost added, I was getting ready to just keep going, but I got to read it straight through, is eternally operating in my life. I simply have to be aware of the flow, the radiation of that creative energy, which is continuously, easily, and effortlessly pouring forth from my divine consciousness. I am now aware. I am now in the flow. This is a powerful principle affirmation of truth. Listen to what it says. When I become aware of the God self within me as my total fulfillment, when I consciously receive the light and understanding, the revelational, prophetic, psychic, spiritual understanding of my God self, that is my divine self, my omniscient, my omnipotent, omnipresent, omniactive, divine self as my total fulfillment. The moment that I become consciously aware of it, the moment that I embrace it as my truth, the moment that I accept it as my most dominant thought, the moment it becomes my belief, the moment it becomes the substratum of my understanding and my being, is the moment, the very second, the millisecond that I am fulfilled. It happens instantaneously. Are you here? Good gracious. Worry, doubt, fear, anxiety immediately dissipates because they're an illusion anyway, created by me. And just as I constructed them, I can deconstruct. Good gracious. Oh, calm down, Miles. Calm down. Let me drink some coffee. Oh, good Lord. Let me just. Take a deep breath. You're not in a pulpit. You're not standing behind a podium. You're just having a conversation online. Calm. Ooh, I'm trying. Lord have mercy. Oh my goodness. I'm passionate by nature. I'm a Cancer. So we're extremely passionate, intuitive, and empathetic. And well, never mind. Anyway, that's me. I'm just passionate by nature. So I have to work on being calm when I'm talking about things that I'm so passionate about. The moment that you arrive at that truth and embrace it as your dominant thought, immediately all of those other created experiences of fear, doubt, stress, anxiety melt away. They vanish. And so my declaration on day 9 will be, I am now aware of this truth. As a result of the first 8 principles, I am thoroughly convinced. I am steeped and baptized in this truth. I have found the secret of having life and that more abundantly. And I relax in the knowledge. I am resting at peace. I am assured and confident in this knowledge, in this knowing that the activity of divine abundance is eternally operating in my life. I am constantly creating, now consciously creating, intentionally, deliberately creating, and that activity is consistently, perpetually, constantly working in my life. That I'm in control of my destiny, that I am the progenitor of my being and my lived experience, that I am the God of my garden. Nothing can exist in my garden, my conscious mind, my lived experience, unless I say, let there be, unless I allow it. It can only be present if I allow it to be present. No creatures and critters, no weeds can grow in my garden unless I allow it. My only responsibility is to tend to my garden, to make sure that I keep those disempowering beliefs, ideas, concepts that have come from all of these influences of religion and trauma and experience and culture and environment from infecting, influencing, and becoming rooted in my garden. Nope. I'm pulling up all of those weeds of what mama them said, granddaddy said, cousin them said, what my teacher said, what my boyfriend said, my husband, my girlfriend said, what the person who hurt me, that traumatized me said, what my experiences have said, what social media has said. Come on, Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat and TikTok and any other kind of social media out there. I am uprooting all of the nonsense. What the Real Housewives have said, and what basketball wives have said, and what the soap operas have said. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? Come on, you know all of those things are coming into your ear and eye gate, and they are they are designed to influence. What do you think commercials and TV shows are for? That they're not just about entertaining, they're also about influencing. And look at the word entertain. That means pay attention to, give it an audience, give it a voice, give it life in you. Are you hearing me? Huh? So when you become fully aware, you start to uproot all of that nonsense. All of that nonsense from your manipulating, controlling spouse, your manipulating, controlling pastor, leader, guru, minister, mentor, whatever, from the manipulating, controlling behavior of friends, family members, from the gaslighting that has been hoisted upon you by religion and by culture and by society at large. I instantly free myself from all of it. And I make a conscious, deliberate, intentional choice to only be influenced by the divine that is within me, through me, and as me. Not what a prophet said, not what a psychic said, not what any other tarot reader has said. Cards cannot predict my future. Neither can a prophet, neither can a pastor, neither can a Bible, neither can a Quran, neither can a Bhagavad Gita. No one predicts my life. I determine my life. Good gracious, I'm about to just holler one more time. I said nothing and no one predicts my life. I determine my life. Well, wait a minute now, Mr. Miles. Don't the Bible say that the steps of a good man is ordered by the Lord? Yeah, but you think the Lord is some man sitting up on a cloud somewhere with a long beard and a scepter in his hand. No, the Lord is the Spirit of God within you, which is the source of your supply. It from within you. Oh, God have mercy. You are that Spirit, and where the Spirit of the Lord is, that is within you, through you, and as you, there is the liberty, freedom to be able to direct and determine my life, your life. Hey, good gracious. You are not some poor, pitiful pilgrim. You are not subject to the whims of a crazy preacher, imam, or guru. You are not subject, oh my goodness, to the whim and the ideologies of a psychic or a card reader or a deck of cards. You are subject to no one and in authority over everything. Everything is for you and nothing is against you. Everything is for you and nothing is against nothing and nobody. You are the God of your garden. Are you hearing me? So you simply have to be aware of this flow of the activity of the divine abundance that is eternally operating in your life. Become aware of that flow, that radiation, that energy, that pulsation, that vibrational frequency of that creative energy, which is continuously, watch this, easily and effortlessly pouring forth from your divine conscious. That flow is already in you. You just have to unblock it. Good gracious. I'm telling you, you have to unblock it and focus it and like a laser and determine its flow so that it flows in the direction that you desire, bringing manifestation of what it is that you hold as your dominant thought that you ultimately desire to experience in your three-dimensional life. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Effortlessly flowing. I told you the only thing this plan it demands of you, time, effort. That's it. If you will invest the time and the effort in reshaping your mind, shifting your consciousness, you will transform your life. Woo! And what this plan is a step-by-step strategy. Goodness, it is a step-by-step strategy to make the conceptual experiential. For years, especially growing up in church, in the Christian church, the concept of a renewed mind and the concept of abundance and prosperity has always been preached, and we've always heard it, accepted it, but didn't really believe it because we didn't experience it. No one took the time to give you a strategy to make the conceptual experiential, to make it a reality. This plan is a strategy, a simple, basic, practical, applicable strategy to make the conceptual experiential. Man, let me get to this last principle because I'm telling you, I could be on here all day long. Lord have mercy. Y'all hanging tight. Y'all hanging tight. One more to go. I'm gonna go to it right now. Okay, I'm going to it right now. Thank you for your patience and indulgence. Here's number 10. I keep my mind and thoughts off of this world. I just got through really kind of talking about this already. off of this world system and how society at large has decided to operate. I'm supposed to just be reading and then unpack. I'm sorry. Let me go back. I keep my mind and thoughts off of this world, and I place my entire focus on God within as the only cause of my prosperity. I acknowledge the inner presence as the only activity in my financial affairs, as the substance of all things visible. I place my faith in the principle of abundance in action within me. I'll read it one more time. I'm going to try not to give any comment. I'm going to just read it. I keep my mind and thoughts off this world, and I place my entire focus on God within as the only cause of my prosperity. I acknowledge the inner presence as the only activity in my financial affairs, as the substance of all things visible. I place my faith in the principle of abundance in action within me. Now let's unpack. I keep my mind and thoughts off of this world system, the collective consciousness of humanity, society, those who have accepted as their truth the hustle, bustle, striving, fearful, doubtful, anxiety, stressful, frustrating existence of humanity as a fact of life. And I place my entire focus on God within as the only cause of my prosperity. It's not college. It's not the job. It's not my work ethic. Oh, God, have mercy, Jesus. It's not a prophet. It's not a pastor. It's not an apostle or a bishop. It's not a guru. It's not a mantra. Lord, are you hearing what I'm saying? It's not a mother, not a father, not a psychic. It's not any of those things. The only cause of my prosperity, the seed of causation, is God within me. The abundance that I am is my seed of causation producing the desired effect. Let me say it again. I keep my mind. He will keep those in perfect shalom, peace, wholeness, nothing missing, nothing broken, no worry, no fear, no doubt, no anxiety. When I keep my mind off of the collective consciousness of human society, of the Christian society, of the Muslim society, of, Lord have mercy, I'm going to make all the religious people mad at me, of the Hindu society, of the Buddhist society, of the Taoist society, of the Sikh society, of all, none of them, no, because they are all equipped with fear, doubt, unbelief, and this whole victimization. I am removing my mind from it and keeping my mind on what? The entire focus is on God within me as the only cause of my prosperity. That God that is abundant, omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent, and omniactive, infinite, limitless, that presence within me as the seed of causation for my prosperity. Abundance radiates from me and is reflected back to me. Woo! I said abundance, yes, focused abundance, intentional, deliberate abundance, abundance of that which I desire the most, abundance of joy, abundance of peace, abundance of health, abundance of money, abundance of wealth, abundance of friends, abundance of love. Are you hearing what I'm saying? It's radiated from me and then is reflected back to me in three-dimensional experience. You understand cause and effect. We've talked about this before. You understand sowing and reaping. You understand the law of compensation. You understand the law of circulation. What you release out, what you radiate out, what you emanate returns to you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over in your three-dimensional experience. I haven't experienced love. Are you loving? I haven't experienced peace. Are you peaceful? Lord have mercy. Are you operating from the place of peace? Or are you operating from the place of worry, fear, doubt, and anxiety and frustration? Are you operating from the place of trauma? Or are you operating from the place of love? You want to experience love? Then operate from the place of love, from the consciousness of love, from the awareness of love, from the mindset of love, from that space of love, instead of from the place of trauma and bitterness and maliciousness and fear. I don't want nobody to hurt me. You can only be hurt if you choose to be hurt. Miles, if you don't stop. I said you can only be hurt if you choose to be hurt. But if you choose to transmute that energy, then you understand you transmute it from the understanding of from the space and place of all things are working together for good, that everything happens for me, nothing is against me, that I transmute it from the space that it came to teach me, to help me, to evolve me, to expand me. Oh, God, then I'm no longer hurt. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. I said I'm joyful. I'm happy. Are you understanding what I'm saying? I'm joyful. Andre, my dear friend who's gone and transitioned to the eternal side, Lord have mercy, he was before his time. I thank God for my mountains. I thank God for my valleys. I thank God for the struggles and pains that I came through, because if I never had a problem, I never know that the God within me could solve them. I never know what faith in the eternal, in the divine, could do. So through it all, I learned the correct lessons. I learned what those experiences came to teach me. They didn't hurt me. They didn't, Lord have mercy. I chose not to be hurt. I chose not to whine and cry. I chose not to look at it through the lens of pain, trauma, and negativity. I chose to view it through the lens of all things working together for good. And so I looked for the good and gained the good, and were thankful and grateful for the experience. I acknowledge the inner presence as the only activity in my financial affairs. It's not my job. It's not my cousin. It's not my mama and my daddy. It's not my bae or my boo. It's not my sneaky link. It's not your sugar daddy or your sugar mama. Oh, don't play with me. Don't play with me. No, I'm not dependent upon any of those things. It's not my career. It's not my business. It's not my degree. It's not my skill set. I am dependent upon the inner presence, that inner presence, that inner presence, that divine spirit, that divine abundance that I am. It is the only activity in my financial affairs, and it is the substance of all things visible. I place my faith not in my bae or my boo or my sugar daddy, sugar mama, sneaky link, job, career, or business, my degree, my intelligence, or anything else. I place my faith in the principle of abundance in action within me. That's where my faith is. My faith is in the divine, is in the all of everything, in the infinite God that manifests and presents itself as the principle of abundance in action within me. Huh. That's where my faith is. That's where my confidence is. That's what I look to. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Okay? When you start to look to anything, any person, any place else as the source of your supply, you become the servant of that source. That's why you're so intimidated about your job right now, because you see your job as your source. Ooh, so they can tell you to do anything and you just gonna do it because you think that that check is your source. But when you understand that it is not my source, it is just a tool, a means to an end, and I created this reality and I can create another one. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Then you're no longer intimidated and afraid. You're not job scared because you understand that job isn't my source. I created this reality. I can create another one. And you start to shift your mind from I'm going here to get a check and start to understand I'm going here because is it an opportunity for me to serve? It's an opportunity for me to further the purpose of my being. It's an opportunity, yes, God, to garner the means for me to fulfill my destiny. I'm here to serve. And so I do a great job, a good job. I'm timely. I'm on time. I'm studious. I'm dutiful. I'm precise. I am honest. I'm integral. Not because I'm scared of losing a job, but because I view the job through the proper lens. It is a means to an end. It is a way for me to serve. It is a way for me to evolve, to be expanded. I have an opportunity to encounter people, places, and things that allow me to employ the spiritual principles that I am consciously aware of that are the substratum of my life. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Then you get to the point where you're not frustrated by the job, angry and upset about the job, and going there and out. Oh, child, I'm going to tell you right now, today is not the day, because everybody can get it today. I will cuss the boss and everybody else out. I'm here, but I ain't doing no work today. I didn't come here to work. I'm telling you right now, I ain't doing nothing today. You ain't getting nothing up out of me today. That's that wrong perspective. But when but when you understand that this is an opportunity to serve, for me to employ all of my knowledge, wisdom, understanding, gifts, and talents that I have, that I am consciously aware of, so I can expand them, express them, and impact the people, places, and things that I encounter. But it's not my supply. It's not my source. The source is within me. The Spirit of God within me, as me, is the source of my supply. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? That's where my faith is. My faith is not in a job. My faith is not in a spouse. My faith is not in an organization. It's not in a government. It's not in a president or a senator or a congressman. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying to you? It's not in an activist or a leader, not in a preacher or a prophet, not in a guru or a mentor, not in any of those things. No, I see them for what they are, opportunities for me to gain, to glean, to learn, to grow, to experience. But my faith is within to the principle of abundance, the Spirit of God within me, which is the source of my supply. I I know it's a challenge to shift your mind to that space. That's thus the reason for this 90 days of abundance plan. It is strategically designed so that by the end of the 90 days, you have made a revolutionary, drastic shift in consciousness that creates a revolutionary, drastic shift in your experience. And it only costs you time and effort. Whew. All right. All right. We're coming to the close. We're coming to the close. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go back to principle number 1, and I'm not going to unpack any of them. I'm going to put them on the screen, read them through real quick, just to review them, and then we'll close, and then we will launch into this 90 days of abundance plan on Thursday morning at 6:30 a.m., coming together collectively to begin our 15 minutes of guided meditation on the first principle. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Yes? All right, here we go, real quick. Principle 1, God is lavish, unfailing abundance, the rich, omnipotent, the rich, active, and sovereign substance of the universe. This all-providing source of infinite prosperity is individualized as me. It is the reality of me. Number 2, I lift up my mind and heart to be aware, to understand, and to know that the divine presence I am is the source and substance of all my good. I am God in the flesh, an animated expression of God in the earth. I am a vehicle through which God experiences and expresses itself in form. Number 3, I am conscious of the inner presence as my lavish abundance. I am conscious of the constant activity of this mind of infinite prosperity. Therefore, my consciousness is filled with the light or glory of truth. Number 4, through my consciousness of my God self, the Christ within as my source, I draw into my mind and feeling nature the very substance of spirit. This substance is my supply. Thus, my consciousness of the presence of God within me is my supply. Number 5, money is not my supply. No person, place, or condition is my supply. The Spirit of God within me as me is the source of my supply. My awareness, understanding, and knowledge of the all-providing activity of the divine mind within me is my supply. My consciousness of this truth is unlimited. Therefore, my supply is unlimited. Number 6, my inner supply instantly and constantly takes on form and experience according to my essentials and desires, and as the principle of supply in action. It is impossible for me to have any need, want, lack, scarcity, or unfulfilled desires. Number 7, the divine consciousness that I am is forever expressing its true nature of abundance. This is its responsibility, not mine. My only responsibility is to be aware of this truth. Therefore, I am totally confident in letting go and letting God appear as the abundant all-sufficiency in my life and affairs. Number 8, my consciousness of spirit within me as my unlimited source is the divine power to restore the years the locusts have eaten and to make all things new, to lift me up to the high road of abundant prosperity. This awareness, understanding, and knowledge of spirit appears as every visible form and experience that I could possibly desire. Number 9, when I am aware of the God self within me as my total fulfillment, I am totally fulfilled. I am now aware of this truth. I have found the secret of life, and I relax in the knowledge of that The knowledge that the activity of the divine abundance is eternally operating in my life. I simply have to be aware of the flow, the radiation of the creative energy, which is continuously, easily, and effortlessly pouring forth from my divine consciousness. I am now aware and I am now in that flow. Number 10. I keep my mind and thoughts off this world, and I place my entire focus on God within as the only cause of my prosperity. I acknowledge the inner presence as the only activity in my financial affairs, as the substance of all things visible. I place my faith in the principle of abundance in action within me. That's all 10 of them. Okay? Diana asked, remember, she asked this question, it's a very good question. Will you leave the guided meditation up for the full 90 days? The answer is yes. Remember that for the first 10 days of the 90 days, since there are 10 principles, I will do a guided meditation for 15 minutes focused on one principle a day for 10 days. After that, I will leave those guided meditations up so that when you get ready to start again with number 1 on the 11th day, you can go back and use that guided meditation as a tool. If you are already well versed in meditation, you don't have to use the guided meditation. You can do it on your own. But this is for those who may not be well-versed, well-rehearsed in meditation, and so you need some guidance along the way. I will leave them up for the full 90 days. So you're able to go back and use them again and again and again. I will meet you every single day for 10 days to do the guided meditation, beginning on Thursday at 6:30 a.m. For 10 days at 6:30 a.m., I will come on and do a 15-minute guided meditation. Yes, it's early, and it's meant to be early, because if you do this first thing in the morning, and I suggest doing it again at night, do this meditation again at night right before you go to sleep. Don't do the meditation and then sit up and watch TV for another 2 hours. Come on now. We're working on something. If you're going to watch TV and stuff, go ahead and watch whatever you're going to watch. And then when you get ready to go to sleep, turn that TV off, do this 15-minute guided meditation again, and then rest in that meditative state. Go to sleep. Watch what happens to your dreams. Watch what happens to your spirit, your soul. Watch what happens in your sleep. My goodness, I'm telling you right now. So that's what I'm suggesting. Do it early in the morning and then again in the evening before you go to sleep. Okay? Very important for those of you who already have the instructions or were here for the first video where I did the instructions. Please remember, it is important that you complete the 90 days. If you miss a day, you have to start over. Now, we're not starting over with you, so you got to start over on your own. We following all the way through, okay? But you have to start over. You can't miss a day, skip a day, and then pick up where you left off. You got to start the 90 days over, because we're building up energy. We talked about this in the first video. Okay. Again, if you would like a copy of the written instructions for the 90-day strategic practical plan for abundance, then you can request it by simply inboxing me with your email address saying you want the instructions. So you will have the written instructions there, or you can email me at the email address that's on the screen right now and request it.
Some of you have already done this and you've already received it. Others of you, if you want it, do it right now. And while I have some time this morning, I will email it out to you immediately. But you need to put your request in now, because once we start the 90 days, I'm not going to be sending out the instructions again. Okay, so you need to get them, familiarize yourself with them right now, or just go back and watch the first video. Thursday, I will take down these 4 videos of the prerequisite instructions. So if you need to re-listen to them, then you need to go ahead and re-listen to them now while they're on the platform. Because after that, I'm going to take them off the platform, and they will only be available in the private Facebook group of those who have enrolled in the Emergent Life Coaching and Mentorship program that I have. I have a few students right now that have been enrolled, and I've already started posting things in that private Facebook group already. When you pay for your enrollment, then you'll be given access to that group. You cannot copy, share anything that's in that group with the public. I've got it set to where even if you try and copy it and share it, you can't. Okay, this is only for those who have enrolled in the Emergent Life Coach and Mentoring Program. So these 4 videos will be placed in that particular group by Thursday. I'll leave them up till then. Then Thursday they'll be there. Okay, the guided meditations will be up for the entire 90 days. And then they'll come down and they'll be in there as well, along with a lot of other information that is things that I don't talk about on the public platform, but that is for those who who have enrolled in my program and have made me their life coach and mentor. Those who I'm coaching and mentoring, you will get access to information that I don't share on the platform, the open platform. And you'll get also one-on-one time with me. I put the coaching information in the description above today, so that if you decide that you'd like to enroll in the life coaching program, then you can do so. Click the link that's in the description above. It'll take you right to the web page, and all you have to do is decide on what package you want to enroll for, and we can get you started immediately. I got a new student that's going to be starting on Thursday, September the 1st. Okay. This is a great opportunity. So while I'm talking about it, let me go ahead and just put that up there. Wait a minute. Where is it at? Oh, I took the advertisement flyer down, so I don't have it to put on the screen. Oh, well. But it's in the description above. It is in the description above. All right. So Thursday morning, 6:30, get your hinder part up. Don't set your alarm clock for 6:15 and then try to come into meditation all sleepy and tired and discombobulated. Get up, at least by 6 o'clock, so you have time to brush your teeth, wash your face, and get yourself together and be ready to enter into that sacred space. Find a place where you can be comfortable, you can be quiet. Turn off your cell phones unless you're using it to watch the guided meditation. Turn off the ringer and just listen to the sound of the guided meditation. Turn off any other distractions. Don't have the TV going and everything else like that. That's why we're doing it early in the morning, so that if you got kids, they still sleep, or should be. Any distractions out of the way. This is 15 minutes of a sacred space that you want to have. If you want to light a candle, burn some incense, burn some sage or any other herbs or anything like that to set the mood, you can do that. Have all of that in place and set so that when we come on directly at 6:30, okay, directly at 6:30, we'll be ready to go into the guided meditation. All right. Any other questions? Let me go back over to the comments real quick. You will share what, Toya? Oh, the website. Yes, please. You can share the website and for the mentorship program. You can definitely, put that in the comments for me right quick. Put that in the comments. For those of you who like to enroll in the Emergent Life coaching and mentorship program, Toya is going to put it in the comments right now. The link will be there. You can just click on the link and go over to the page. Or you can inbox me or email me and ask me for information about it, and I will email that information to you. Okay? Oh, you won't have to worry about me oversleeping, Bridget. I'll be here. I'm usually up every morning around 4:30 anyway. So it won't be no oversleeping. I'm usually up around about 4:30 every single morning because I have my own time that I meditate and, well, anyway, never mind. And do some other things that I'll discuss with the people in my life coaching program. I will never discuss those things in the open platform. But there, you have limitless, infinite capacity to do and experience things in this life that you would have never imagined. Those are the kind of things that I will be teaching to those who are enrolled in the life coaching and mentoring program. I won't teach those in the open platform. It's not for public consumption. It's for those who enroll in the program. But I promise you, there are so many other things that you have the capacity to do to begin to create the world that you want to live in. What I've given you today and for these past weeks and years, couple of years, have been the basics. Believe me, it gets deeper. It goes further. Trust me. When I've talked to you about experiencing other dimensions, other worlds, when I've talked to you about encountering other souls that are yet to be incarnated, other times and spaces, those are the kind of things that I'll be teaching in the life coaching and mentoring program. It is not like any other life coaching program you will ever be involved in. They give you just strategies for success, and I'm going to give you that too. And, starting a business and employing yourself or getting the kind of employment you want, and I'll give you all of that too. But I also want to give you the knowledge to create a lived experience that is beyond anything you ever imagined, to unlock the limitless, infinite potential and capacity within you. Those are the things that I share in that program. Oh, Toya has put the link on in the comments. Toya Coffee. You can go down there and just click the link. Click the link. Thank you, Toya, for putting that there. Thank you for putting it there. All right. So I'm excited. I'm ready. I can't wait for Thursday to get here. Woo! And I promise you, I'm not going to be as hyped and because it's a guided meditation, so it'll be calm. And I'm going to be coming on, still doing our regular empowerment sessions on Thursday and Sunday mornings, and we're going to be focused on different topics that are centered around this 90 days abundance. We're going to talk about a number of topics that are centered around that particular theme throughout the 90 days for our empowerment. And I'll probably be popping on and off on some other times as well. So if you're not signed up for the free text notifications, you need to sign up today, because you never know when I'm going to do an impromptu live and you don't want to miss it. And what I am going to start doing, please hear me, is that when I do these impromptu lives, I will leave them up for 24 hours and then I'm taking them down. So if you want to be a part of those live conversations, you want to catch those impartations, then you need to make sure you sign up for the free text notification. It's on your screen scrolling at the bottom. Now text the word emerge to 833-444-0163 so that you will always be able to catch it when I'm getting ready to come on live, because after 24 hours, I will take it down. Okay. All right. I think that I've covered everything. Oh, I need to give you the opportunity to give. Remember, giving is a huge part of this 90 days of abundance. It is that mystical, esoteric, spiritual vehicle or mechanism that activates the flow in your life. You have to be a giver. Not necessarily to me. This is giving you an opportunity to give to me if you desire to do so. And it's not all about money. If you watch the first video, you'll see that. Okay, but you give what you desire to have more of. You always reap what you sow. So you can't sow joy and get money. If you sow joy, you get joy. You sow kindness, you get kindness. You sow peace, you get peace. You sow money, you get money. That's just the law. That's how the principle works. You don't plant apples and get oranges. You have to sow what you desire to reap. So if you'd like to sow or you'd like to give and demonstrate your generosity, your support, and your appreciation for this platform and the information that I've shared with you, the information is on your screen on how to do that. You can use both the Cashapp or the Zelle. Do it now while you have your phone in your hand, because you know you will forget about it when you get busy doing other things throughout the day. And I will greatly appreciate it. No, you're not going to get a new house because you send me an offering or you send me a gift. Okay. No, you're not going to hit the lottery and become a billionaire tomorrow. No. What you will do is create a current and a flow of an abundance of money coming to you. As you sow, so you reap. You always reap in greater proportion than what you sow. So give if you desire to. And if you don't, that's okay. If you just want to give me your thoughts, give me your prayers, give me your support, give me your love, give me that good energy, those good vibrations, I receive all of that as well, and I appreciate it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Woo-wee! 2 hours. Where's Gloria? Gloria always trying to get me to go 2 hours, and the day I go 2 hours, she's not even on here. Goodness. Okay. It's been 2 hours, but it's been rich. It's been wonderful. Thank you again for tuning in. Go out and make this day absolutely fantastic. This is the day that you have made as Lord of life, of your life. Rejoice and be glad in it. Have a great day, everybody.